Alright. Think we're good. Yeah, Atlas going. England Prime. And bring my notes up, cross that off. I think I need to cross it off as I get it. My original thought was cross it off when it's mastered, but it doesn't really make much sense. Take Paradia. Run that for a while, see what I think. So we did Sevagoth yesterday. Which means I have Gloom. We'll throw that in a few frames, try that out today. And then once this is subsumed, I'll have Dispensary for speedruns on Railjack. Which, I don't know if that's a streamable thing or not, but certainly something I've been kind of doing in my own time. Separate. I'll have a look for you in a sec. Just get this started. Alright. So we're in Halloween down here. I think it's just exceptionally bright on Gorse because it's the metallic. Like, this is the green I usually use on most frames when I want bright green. Even this looks pretty bright on him. Just looking to see how it combines. Leave it as is. Oh, the pangolin, right? I don't mind the way it looks. A little bit extra, maybe. Color's definitely backwards. Steel edge on there. It's probably fine. I think we'll just go with pure Archon for his colors though. What's up, Emmy? Green Ranger? Quite like the way he looks. Damn, I don't remember these stances. I know Crimson Dervish is supposed to be the best one, right? But I don't think I ever liked it that much. I'll try that one. That potato, I did the Fomorian. Took like 1 minute in a public group. Got it first run, so didn't really miss out on much. What do we got? 26 crit, 30 status. Slash weight. Seems pretty good. 2.2 multiplier. Attack speed a bit slow, but... always had a thing for like single swords. single swords and single pistols as opposed to dual wielding anything or big weapons. Use Vengeful Revenant just because it looks kind of cool. Yeah, I don't really remember which one I like, as I said. I feel like this is like the most recent one. Maybe that's why it's ringing a bell. We'll try it. What's up, Pixel? Viral and Weeping Wounds build? I haven't really used Weeping on much, to be honest. I got 84 status. I think I was using it on one weapon the other day. This is kind of just my default. Throw the mods on and see how the weapon performs. If I really like it, I'll go through and like more specifically customize it. But for the moment, it's fine. Alright. So I think I've done like 2 fissures today, maybe. So 2 fissures off stream. Some headshots. Sword stances used to be worth a lot. I sort of went on Warframe Market last night and just started selling all my augments and shit. 400 or so platinum, just going through all the mods, get rid of them. To fuel the former addiction. You won't be able to see what I'm doing, but it's gone through my list. So obviously we have to do some Iris. I want to go look at the Railjack crew. I've only got a few nodes left of Steel Path, so I'm hoping to finish that today. Bunch of assassinations in there. Go here first.
Gets told a lot of things over. Many want a crew for a legend, Stardust. No.
5 repair, 5 combat, 4 endurance. Uh, 554. These guys get 3 points. I only care about the bottom 3 at the moment. But I also want good attributes, like the gain 50% movement speed. Don't really care. Don't care about this one either. This is my favorite one. Killing an enemy heals all nearby allies by 500 over 10 seconds. My favorite. .554. Heal all teammates for 1,000. 5-minute cooldown though. Don't really think I'm gonna invest in any of these. I call it an addiction if we are forced to use 5 per weapon. Fair. And 17 on the last Warframe, or however many Sevagoth wants. I want to look at... I don't know when... I forget his name, but the parent sequence. And they rotate for their melee weapons. Not sure if that's happened yet or not.
Good fortune, Tenno.
Electricity, IPS, electricity, corrosive, so hasn't changed. So day and a half. Won't bother for now. I want to get radiation or magnetic. I think the first one that shows up is what I'll probably buy. I don't think I'm too picky. So I guess I'll have to do... If I just do Samaris first, then I can start Putting gloom on some frames for Steel Path. I think we'll just do that. I actually have to go and spend some rep before I can do that. What's up, Daly? Gotta go and visit Samaras himself. Otherwise we'll hit the cap.
You are a true hunter.
I'm interested to see how much harder Kayla and Ambulance are. Steel Path.
How I can help you. Help.
What am I missing from Samaras? That is a good question. I do this. This is what I need to rebuy. I think that's everything. I'm pretty sure that's everything. So I need to buy all the parts to, or all the blueprints to rebuild all the frames. And then there's a bunch of things I just never got. And then there's a bunch of things I sold and need to rebuy. So, quite a lot. Megan baited us on the Umbra Former blueprint. Login to find 45 ducats and no Umbra Former blueprint. From what? I thought the dev stream is tomorrow, no? Crazy? First, I guess Octavia.
Do not disappoint me, hunter.
It's only 50.
What offerings will they
6 hours. 3 AM for me. Grab Garuda as well, because I think I have all of her parts. Yeah.
may this aid you
Should have slept before your stream. Now I gotta stay up for that too. Rough. Garuda started. I think I still need another part here. Yeah. Cross Garuda off my list. Actually, maybe not. I think I'll just cross it off as I put her in. Can take Fredia off, right? Oh, never mind. Looks like I'm clearing them as I get them. Garuda's off. Home time was titled Umbra Former, so I thought that'd given out. Yeah, I think that's everything. I don't know how liberal they're being with their Umbra Formers. Some guy apparently, I forget who, someone has like 18 saved up. I think I've only had 4 or 5 total, and I think I might have 1 at the moment.
And the enemy calls for a song.
I think there's someone in chat or in Discord.
There are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
Use my Umbra Formers on Excal Umbra. Didn't he come with Umbral Polarities already? I have 6, not used any. I think I've 1 on Nidus, 1 on Vorban. I'm not sure where else. I feel like I've used 1 more somewhere. I don't think I've used any on weapons. Two on Rhino, one on Wukong, three on Sevagoth? Jesus. I think I was tempted to use one on... Well, no, I needed to use one on his shadow form if I wanted to fit a full build. Because at the moment the Exilus slot is empty. I found that pretty hard to justify because I don't feel like I'll be using it all that often. Even though it's solid. Skipped one Nightwave and maybe a stream, but apparently they're in the Teshin vendor. Yeah, once a week. I think. Is it once a week? Maybe it's once on a rare occasion. I definitely bought one from Teshin. It's every 6 weeks? 8 weeks? That'd make more sense. Three Valkyr, 2 Trinity, 3 Lavos, 2 Mirage, 2 Vault, 1 Avara, 1 Stropher, 1 Redeemer. I would never spend it on a Gunblade. Hurts me to see you spend 3 on Lavos. I think so far he's the worst frame in the game. He's coming back. Definitely do not like him. Probably go Fumble sometime. I don't know about that. I feel like they're trying to be at least somewhat frugal. Although I guess I could just make it ridiculously hard. Couldn't use more than one Umbra on anything? I don't think I've had to use more than one on anything. Even if you have to use an Umbral, and you want to use all 3, you can still fit a full build as long as you use another regular former alongside it. I think I could have got it away without using an Umbral and Vorban as well, but I wasn't 100% committed to the build that I used. I guess I was feeling lazy and it was impulsive, so probably not the best decision. I'm pretty happy with the build now, so it is fine. And the fact that I don't really feel the urge to use them a lot, not really a huge loss, even if it's not as optimal as it could be. There it is. It's always one. Barry, hopefully something I missed. Barry's coming soon, right? Saw his icon yesterday. I don't remember how early that gets here though. One hour, 5 minutes, so hopefully he brings me primed Firestorm. I think that's the only primed mod I don't have at the moment, because I wasn't around when it was released. All the primed Bane mods? He brought all the primed Smite mods maybe last time, because I didn't have those and I bought them all. Relay stress test. 629. I'm pretty sure we got sub 6 last time, so. Reformer Blueprint was a drop in Railjack Veil missions, but they removed that once people kept disconnecting if they didn't get one. Why didn't they just make the rewards not appear until the end like they do with most other rewards? It's very close. Now that they both look the same, I forget which one I use for what. So I guess the 7 former is the regular speedrun. It's my general one. So I think she needs some more former to really put an optimized build on her. The way she was set up is so that I could have Speedver and Slover both work fine. But I really don't even need this. Like, any place that I'd be using a Speedver, the frame itself doesn't really need to be optimized. So I might have to throw some more on her. It's a D. Auraform is your solution? I mean, I guess. Change this out and put an Auraformer here. Fire brings Tesco rejects lately. Okay. I'm going to throw Gloom on her, I think. Wait, this was the general one, right? Yeah. $15 Umbra spent, 6 remaining. Jesus. 90% primed salt. Yeah, he brings that quite frequently. You can all have it. So I don't really know how usable it will be, or if it will be worth using on Nova, but we'll find out. So pretty close to cap efficiency. I think we may be at cap efficiency. So 19 to 188. So that's capped. So 54% slow, nothing crazy. I don't know if that stacks with this or not. Only one way to find out. I guess we go and look at the steel path and see what I actually have to do. So we got Ambulus. I still have to do an arena up here, don't I? Vodunoi and Disruption. It does stack? Interesting. I think Europa was the last planet, right? We got a defense there. Guess we can try Kayla. I don't have armor strip. I don't know how necessary that'll be. Probably not. I think as we are, we can do that. Enemies are even going to be talking in slow motion. Let's go find out. Stop. Then you one-shot me. I don't think I've ever got stuck there before. Yeah, I just realized I didn't bring a weapon for handling the rotations quickly. Should be okay. Tokyo's Paralysis is another hilarious CC. Sadly, no one uses it. I think I've tried using it, but it didn't really seem that necessary when I'm using her. Forgot about her cold, actually. There's going to be a little problem. There we go. Maybe a problem was an overstatement. Problem with this beam weapon is it really needs to kill a whole bunch of enemies before it's any good. We get 2 per, should be fine. I thought you could damage her when she was in the air. Looks like she's going to be useless for most of the fight, and then she's definitely going to one-shot me with her rockets at some point. Or in mines. Because even if the animation is paused, she can still shoot them. Certainly run into that before. I wonder if my alt fire on the Bibonico would trigger these or not. So I guess I'm not damaging, but I'm still proccing. Well, damn, that did a fair bit. I was trying to throw it with my weapon out, but that wasn't working. How do you throw the damn thing? There it is. Can't do it mid-air, which is weird because that's how I always throw the glaive. Wasn't so bad. Eye burning out of nowhere.
But there is another way.
I remember trying for a very long time to make that augment worth using. Don't think I ever found a way. Stalky boy. I don't know how this would work. None of my weapons are built for radiation. Obviously I can use my 2, but I don't know if that'll work at this level. I can't strip with what I've got. I should have got a melee weapon with shattering on it. Maybe we'll just go back and do that. And we'll try it. Pretty sure you can shatter this guy. Either Banshee or Trinity because of the armor strip. I don't think Nova will be the best choice, but I just want to take it because it's fun. There you go, this is what I was using Weeping on. Magnetic. I guess it's got innate toxin. Electricity. Weird. What would I have been running? Oh wait, hang on. I'm being dumb. Doesn't have any innate. So I would have been running Viral Weeping. Can't quite fit it. I don't think this weapon would be ideal for it anyway. Just my kind of go-to melee at the moment. I don't think there's anything particularly good for this. There was like a combo with the Argonac. Use a dagger for armor strip. Same principle as shattering, I think. I haven't used that yet, I just remember reading it. That'll do. Will this kill him? Probably not. Bit awkward having the D slot there. It's got innate heat, right? My brain doesn't work for this. I guess I don't need hunter munitions in there. I'm worried I'm going to forget the build. I do that all the time. I might take a screenshot of it just to make sure. Put that over there. So just give me corrosive heat. Just go all in on the radiation. Got it. Amalgam Argonac plus dagger mind haze effect. Unitors frames 10-meter enemies can't detect you when you switch to dagger. I swear there was some kind of shattering effect on it. Damage from daggers reduces armor by 1. By 6. Enemies are revealed by punch through. I don't know what that means. You put that on with a dagger. Anyway. Let's go try what we've got. Not sure how successful this will be, but only one way to know. It's nice having 10 rounds, or 10 arrows, I guess. First time using the Brahma since finishing Merciless.
As an investor, I must say I don't approve. Last, you're the shadow investor? You ingrate. You could have had everything. And now you seem to ruin your mentor's hard work. Your hard work? I didn't design ammo to be a weapon, and I would have never designed...
That guy's still level 20. He's also getting fucked up by his mates because we irradiated him.
But you never did have vision.
Do I survive? Oh, barely.
On the contrary, I envisioned this whole venture will come crashing down on you. No attack on my ambulance has been locally recognized and refactored from you brought these two to their death.
Just see if this strips first thing. It does. Hopefully we get some trash spawns. I don't really consider that I'll have no ammo without them.
Opportunity. Hack into that ambulance and deploy this protocol.
I think we'll be able to do this, no problem. Maybe get one shot or something, but has to get some stacks on the Brahma going. Definitely having ammo trouble. kind of a double-edged sword because I want to be killing with the bow to build stacks. I don't have the ammo to spare. Oh, these ships I remember having very deadly turrets. I reckon it was the ship that did that. Got our headshots done apparently. Let's just try the bow straight up. I don't really know if it's important to strip him or not. Guess we'll do it anyway. You know those have actual hitboxes? You can shoot them out of the sky. Although I'm not seeing them coming in, really. Did it in a Titania sortie video. They're completely still in the air. The very first shot comes directly at you. Like perfect accuracy. A bunch of the other ones miss, but if you shoot the first one out of the air, it certainly looks cool. Cheeky sod. Wasn't paying enough attention. Shit. I thought I had like 30 seconds longer than I did. I really like having the lifesteal. There are a lot of survivability abilities, I guess. I always feel like regardless of which one I'm using, I still have to spam my operator. Which kind of always bothered me. Let's pay a little bit more attention this time. I don't really remember what that does. Now that we know the strat, I think it's going to be a bit of a snooze. Everything being so slow. I've noticed it's harder to keep the energy up with Nova. I guess because I have Rage on Sevagoth. Take any damage at this level and it just fills you up again. I guess I use her abilities a lot more than... yeah. than Sevagoth's. Damn, that turret is accurate. That would have killed me again if not for my cat. Mind Haze is racked to Dark Dagger. I remember the Dark Dagger having a plus to stealth, but I didn't think it was tied to the Argonite. Scrambus. I don't think we get bursters, do we? We just get these boys. First hacks of the day are a little rusty. Other daggers just strip armor. Used for armor stripping and shield regen, my most used dagger, the Rakta. Does it give you... gives you overshields, right? I don't remember what that's based on though. I didn't think the daggers had any kind of innate armor strip. I wonder if this would... it eventually strips him. Interesting. Stripped and then completely forgot he existed. Cat trying to kill me. I don't know if that'll destroy the turret or not. I'm hoping yes. But I don't think so. Okay, just has a shitload of health. Overshield's on Radprox, yeah.
Your fortune on the backs of others. Your is there. You scream death while the credits
So now we get two spawns, both right next to each other. How convenient. Cool. Red quit. You get killed doing this? No. Amalgam Argonac is a cheap way to strip armor without using Shattering Impact on the dagger. Yeah, I don't really know if it's worth it though. Like if you're taking a weapon specifically to armor strip, you're probably better off just putting Shattering on a real weapon. Unless you have some very specific reason to take a dagger. Kinda curious what kind of damage this does at this level. I don't know if I can charge it though. Oh damn. Think that charged it? 1.6 million? That's way better than I was expecting. Ooh. I was fucking with him and he actually did manage to shoot me there.
Throw everything at them. They will not take this away from me. They will not win. They've not earned it. I know this for certain, Howard. You earned this. I'm sorry.
It's always weird trying to do a melee slam when your weapon doesn't allow it. Throws me off every time. That wasn't so bad. Actually thought it would be way harder. Ooh, I forgot about Trinity. Wait, no, I didn't have to farm her, nice.
The Amethyst proxies still exist.
Thought maybe I would have gotten lucky and got the one part I needed, but I didn't actually need any. Probably from all the sortie runs I've done in the past. I don't think I ever seriously tried to speedrun it. Yes. Tried a few times, but not heaps. So Sedna, Disruption. Oh, hang on. It's Disruption and the Arena, and then we got Defense here. Saying I haven't done 5. I haven't done wherever I get Mesa from, right? Is that Europa? Errors. Infested Salvage and this, yeah. I don't really remember the mechanics to this, I just remember him throwing his necklace thing at you. And throw my old build back on before I forget it. Hunter. Arrow Heat. I don't know if there was anything I would swap for that. Why 2 crit chance mods and no crit damage on the melee? I don't know. I always used to run these. What did this used to be? I feel like that's been nerfed, right? It also used to be more important when Berserker was based on crit. It's not anymore though. It's also not Fury. Right, because I took Berserker off. That can be that again. Blood Rush used to be 60. What's up, Muggle? Oof. That's a little garish for me. Gold blades? That's kind of over the top for me too. Not sure if I'm sold. Run it. Root Blood Rush? And 165? As in for the cap, you mean? I don't really remember how it worked. Finally the weekend. Very nice. Now we'll just keep this as is. Viral Heat Magnetic. I don't think I can rank this up yet. I don't know what else I would put on here. Probably Lethal Torrent. We've got Heat. Could also put the Heat on there. But probably not. I think I got Heat, yeah. Heat by default. And combo added damage before melee rework. Took many more hits to stack. Right. I can probably go on there for now. Maybe we'll do that. Let's go and see what happens. It's our good friend, Alad V. I don't have radiation on any weapon, but we should probably be fine. Just thinking about all the ancients that show up. You probably don't really want slow on him, do you?
We've contracted you with a mark. You are here to find your mark and eliminate the assigned target. Alad V is sick. The infestation has been
Honest Strike is a waste of mod space. Use any 60-60 or Faction Bane.
stopped.
I don't really like using Banes very much.
Also, they shot at Mercy.
I'm going to use Hornet Strike until my Merciless Arcane's maxed.
Do you see this color? This color will let you see like I see. It will let you want what I
Unless I'm running it on the Brahma, I don't remember.
you have. One chance.
I'm waiting for you have loyalty issues, Tenno. It's burned into my brain.
Why must you always work against
So what do we do here?
progress?
Oof.
Altogether, things could have been different.
I don't think I really want to use a slow on him though. Alright, so he throws his weird little shield up.
Giving you too much credit. Must I always show you the way forward?
There is the assassination target. I don't know what to do.
I think I used to strip him. In a while since I've done this. Alright. Because I don't think you want to slow him at all. Because it just takes forever to do anything, right? Which means what I've got, relying on slow, is not optimal. Did I step on the Lego? Certainly fucked me up. I don't remember why he gets invulnerable all the time. when you fuck. Much easier in solo than in a squad. That's fine by me. Definitely not the right equipment to deal with him, however.
Multiple biosignatures detected. Requested incoming.
Slow is really not the way to go, I don't think. I don't know if that was my 2 that fucked him up just then. Still have to wait for him to go vulnerable. I think you used to be able to one-shot him when he goes into his weird state. His shielded state, I guess. Yeah, you really don't want to slow him. I don't know. Let's get out of here. As the weapon is for one-shotting with less status procs, can't get killed fast to keep buffs up. Well, I find the problem I have with all of the mods with arcanes and the galvanized mods is that it takes forever to get started, so I don't really like having no base damage and then finding the weapons to be shit in the beginning, because warframe missions are not often very long. I don't really have a single, like a heavy, what am I trying to say? High damage, single target weapon at the moment. I don't really know what I would use for that. Heck, checker. This is chakram. Strafer strong. We can try that. I think he wants radiation, right? Let's go and check out his wiki. Proto shield, infested, damage reduction. It's weird that it doesn't actually say. So proto shield, infested health, ferrite armor, okay. Weird that it's not saying corrosive is good anywhere. And gas is good? What? Toxin. Saying corrosive is bad against the shield, which is true. Oh, there we go. I swear the wiki's changed. I don't remember it being like this. It's kind of weird. So if you don't strip him, you want basically corrosive cold. I'm looking for you. I was looking for electric, but it's already on there. Frame that can do debuff, like Nyx. I want to try Chroma, though. I remember this having a lot more, like, ads spawning in. Bimodal sniper weapon. Zoom in to reduce recoil, add punch through, zoom again to fire a bursting viral round. Alright. Remember that being a weird weapon. Good old Tigress. So I have got this, but I haven't formatted it out yet. Remember this being a weird one. It's like a Sniper without a scope, right? The Sybaris. White Shire's signature weapon. Take this. Always throw gloom on Chroma, that's a weird thought. Not super useful here, but... Who the heck is particularly good now that you can fire the entire clip? With an alt fire. Didn't know I had that.
Assassination contracts are not to be taken lightly. Eliminating this target will have a significant impact on
Weird.
enemy forces. Search the area.
Get off.
Survivors. Albert is sick. The infestation has infiltrated his mind. It has him doing its bidding. You're here to stop him, but in doing so, you will also be showing him mercy. The mercy of freeing him from the infestation.
Do you see this color? This color will let you see like I see. It will let you want what I've.
I don't really remember what his elements do. I think heat gives you more health, cold more armor. Toxins reload speed. I have no idea what electricity does though.
And I will show you the magic of this gift.
Hey, this tower set's so annoying to go fast in. Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
Things could have been different if you tried to work with.
See if he one-shots me or not.
There I go. Giving you too much.
We successfully did health damage. More than I did on Nova. Oh man, that toxin proc is real. I don't remember getting fucked up by toxins so much, I have to say. Yeah, I clearly don't understand or remember his mechanic because he never used to go invulnerable again so quickly. Hate that I can't use heavy attacks with the gun out. Bit more health. Not on him that time. Bit more. Looks like we'll grind him down. I remember for some reason that it wasn't good to spam against him. It may not be the case anymore. I also remember you could put crazy slash procs on him. There we go. I feel like I want to read his wiki again just to understand exactly what's going on. I used to have his mechanics down to a science for sure. That's not where I want to be, is it? Well, brute forced him down eventually. Would have been worse. Glaive Prime, yeah. Slash proc him like that. Hey. There's one down. Cross that off my list. If I can find it. Mesa. Still need systems and chassis. Use Pox or Zacti to keep the viral toxin clouds going while charging 12 combo on the Stropher. You know, I never even really think about combo. It's not something I make much use of. Infested Salvage. I do remember what that is, but I don't really remember how best to do it. Then we've got the Arena and a Defense. I guess we'll do the Arena. On who? That is the question. What's up, Dark? I wonder how good Glaive would be on Ash with the status damage aura and raw. Status damage aura? I mean, is passive or is there something else I don't know about? Who was I using to do this yesterday? Status damage aura. Yeah. 60% status chance and damage on heavy attacks, but drains shields. Applying status effects with weapons increases ability strength. I guess I don't have it. Wait. Status damage aura. But it's only giving you plus 60%, right? That's nothing crazy. Maybe I'm just not seeing the potential there. Could take Baruch and just do just DR. I really don't remember who I was using. That's so annoying. It's probably Sevagoth, right? Rama. Really wanted to use the Quassus, so I actually really want to try the Glaive against him. Can you slash proc the guys in the arena? Just buffing bleed, but it's already dumb. Full squad, right. Yeah, I never even consider playing with other people, so. Just try the Glaive and see what happens. Arena on Steel Path is hard. The lower level ones haven't been too bad. Problem is I just have no idea how best to approach it. Modifier reinforcements is definitely going to make it harder. Some energy. So the Glaive can carry us through this if we need. Now she has like a weird invulnerability state, right? Yeah, there it is. Looks like that's not going to work. I'd like to try his 4. The Glaive with his 1 pretty solid. I'm not sure what's ticking down on me. I find it really annoying that I can't... I guess I can go pure melee mode. Whenever I hold a glaive and a pistol, it swaps my heavy attack button to my alt fire button, which I find super annoying. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, there's the magnetic guy I always hated. I don't remember them teleporting away from me like that. Certainly annoying. Hmm, 42k, not much. I guess I can stack with his 3 too, right? Thought about that. $40. Hmm. I don't have to build much combo against singular enemies. I wonder if this will work. Assumed it wouldn't. There it goes. No, not unsuccessful. Oof. Till now. What happens if the ghost dies? You just get kicked back into your other form. That was 140. 140,000 slash proc from the glaive. Seems a bit unfair. $200k on that guy. Stupid. Glaive's strong for any content, yep. Too strong. They run heavy attacks. Very nice. Ender farming in Steel Path Arena is a godsend. How much ender did I get from that? Not much. Sevagoth was made for the toughest content. Oh, he is very good. He feels kind of squishy most of the time, though, I would say. I don't know why, but my brain just doesn't remember a strat for disruption. I think I'll do this last, so I guess it's disruption now. Rainier disruption. I don't know if I've done that before. I guess you'd have Nox, Bombards. Yeah, with a coordinated squad. Ash with Expedite Suffering. And how do you put the procs on with your 4? You can try it. Used to be status CO. Glaive before was also nice. I don't think I've used the glaive before, I will say. Procs on with the 10 at Flux. I don't have that. Guess this is a strip build. I don't know what my best status weapon would be. This gives me 3. It's not too bad. Sakti opens enemies to stealth damage and stacked status. I'm sure I must use that in a video, because the Zacti was my favourite CO applier, I guess. CO buffer. So what do you put Expedite Suffering on? I don't remember what his abilities are. I guess it's 3. Probably never use that. Yeah. My best is the Kuva full auto shotgun. The comb. Pretty good. Ashes 3 is bad. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had much use for it. At least with Loki's, you could teleport team members off the edge of the map. 400 status, yeah, I think mine's a bit crazy too. 391 with my default build. Looking at that the other day, a bit crazy. Need to be dealing heavy status to pull off Expedite. I don't even really know what the point is. I'm wanting slash procs, right? Which I assume I can just do with the glaive. Have you tried the Trumner? I have. Very solid weapon. I'm not like a huge fan of the alt fire, I will say. But it is undeniably strong. It's just very unpredictable. Hang on. Do I still have rep? I do. Let's go and sort my sigil. Tried it with Wisp or Mirage. Not Mirage, definitely with Wisp. Just with fire rate. All fire is good on maps that are constricted like the Kuva Tower set. Yeah, I find it to be... Its unpredictability definitely makes it not that great. Usually the most I've gotten out of it is like towers like this where I can just open the door, shoot it through, and then back up again. Shut up, duck.
Try to kill ya. Give that console the old bypass so we can get this thing started.
I always get killed on Ash because I have a bad time managing the timer. I just always forget about it. So I become visible at the worst possible moment. Oops, boosts ult fire damage. Yeah, I know it would be insane on Mirage. Just haven't got around to doing it. So what exactly is the strat here? So I assume hit him with the 1, hit him with the glaive for slash procs, and then hit him with his 3? Is that what I'm doing? Right, that makes sense, yeah. You don't get noticed right away anymore. That's a welcome change. I guess lock down 1, glaive him a few times, and then 3. That's what I was imagining. Gotta remember how to make use of this. I need to go full melee mode. It looks like this doesn't even matter. I can just do it with the glaive, but... Swapping between my alt fire and my heavy attack button is the most annoying thing I think Warframe's ever done to me. Makes literally no sense to do it.
Demo unit's on its way.
Instantly got PTSD. This level glaive slash procs will be fine. Yeah. Certainly thought it'd be a bit harder. I think I got a good one on him there. I just want to see the 3 actually do something. Not seeing it, too awkward.
Demo unit incoming. Don't let them near the conduit.
Doesn't apply slash as well as the tenet flux rifle. Interesting. Yeah, I still need to get that. I may do a sister today because I'm running out of things to do. No idea if that did anything or not. Maybe my range is too awful for it to actually hit anyone. Unless I'm touching them. It could be a thing I'm doing. Or not doing, rather. What's your range? Probably 0. Probably, yeah. No reason to have range on Ash the way it used to be used. And his 1 and his 2. Radiation tenet flux. But I heard him already. Since the Demolist is immune to radiation, all procs become either slash or puncture. Weird. There you go. You hug him and it works.
We can take them again. Game?
What do you think the actual best Warframe in the game is? As in the best designed Warframe or the most practical and flexible Warframe?
You conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
I don't know if it's Steel Path, but Reaper Prime Heavy with Ash did wonders on the higher level demos. Both? Let's go and have a look at our list. So the top 3 I think of when you say best design frame, like by default, not thinking mods or anything, is Nova, Nidus, and Gorse, off the top of my head. The best 3 design frames that have abilities that all synergize well together. And that you feel like you want to use all of them all the time. Of course, Nidus Nova, probably my top 3 best designed. Rhino would be in there. So if I was doing a top 5, Rhino would definitely be in there. Rhino would probably kick out Gorse. But I may be a little biased because I think he's really good for early game players. So those would be 4 for sure. I'm not sure who I would throw in the 5th slot. Wisp is good. Vauban's really good now. Sevagoth's pretty good. I think Oberon, if his abilities actually work, there's like a bug now where there's 4 not stripping in Steel Path. He's way up there in design. But who's the most practical to use? If you could only use one frame in the game ever again, who would I pick? No, Neza is also super well designed. Maybe he'll be number 5 for the 5 most well designed frames. I'd throw him in there, I think. Instead of Oberon and whatnot. I think probably if I could only use one frame, it would be Nova. Flexible for farming with a Speedver, very powerful 4. For slowing down and damage buffing, very fast with a 3. Very good ability to turn single target damage into massive AoE damage. So I think overall she'd be my number 1. Maybe a little biased because I'm a speedrunner, but I still think, objectively speaking, it's pretty good. Rhino bottom 3? Well, regardless of how you feel about the frame, I'm just talking about how well they're designed. So Raw, Stomp, Charge, and Iron Skin, right? I guess I'm a little biased towards him as well because of his augments. I think his augments like really cinch his abilities a little bit closer together too. So I guess I'm not really thinking of them in a vacuum. Include Rhino the way I am. Didn't like Sevagoth, leveled him and threw him straight into Helminth. I think he's pretty good. Yeah, I think he's really good. Nova, what happens when the design council is serious about designing a frame and D actually implements it? Yep. I disagree with the augments in that way. I think some of his augments should just be how his abilities should work. Well, sure, but regardless of whether you think it should be innate or not, having his augments makes him a better frame. So obviously it would be great if they were innate, but they're not. Oh, that's my default Rhino. This is a huge quality of life improvement to him. And this is obviously nice. What does Barrow have? That is a great question. I'm gonna go and look before chat spoils it for me. I think we should have one free augment slot. Yeah, I would like that, but then, you know, where does it stop? It's like more and more power creep. Yeah. My first was Frost. Frost is very good.
My latest safari in the void has yielded spectacular finds. Unique
Primed magazine warp.
distinction.
You got that apparently. A Prex card? Deimos Prex? Here's Prime Armor. Tier Presence, Quanta Vandal, Mara Detron. Not a whole lot that's important, but... So I need this, and I need this. So, like 350. Oh, I've already got that.
An excellent choice. Be sure to visit again when I have new finds.
Damn, that's expensive. 400 ducats for a 3-day booster, which is I think 40, or maybe it's 70 platinum. This is 350. Personally, Frost just isn't viable anymore. There are better frames that do what he does, but better. I think Frost armor stripping is godly. I think as a crowd control frame, he's excellent. So for excavation and stuff, I'd still definitely take him. I feel like there's probably a build you can get in the middle between CC and armor strip. That would be very good. Darth Muffin was running something similar to that, and he had subsumed Protea's 3 dispensary onto him for the extra energy. He said it was working. I haven't seen any footage, but I can imagine it working. Right, let's level that mod up. 3 days is 40p. Yeah, I don't think 10 ducats is worth 1 platinum. That seems crazy. Although, I guess you can buy prime junk, right? So maybe I'm wrong. You know, I completely forgot what I just bought. Like Gara? Yes, as soon as you buy it, it'll be used. CC and armor strip in a single cast is good. Yeah, I think that is very good. I don't have a kind of middle ground build for Frost though. Crowd control, max range, dump strength. So 16% armor, obviously not great. I guess this is a midway build. So that's 70% armor reduction. Does it stack if I use my 4 twice? Do they have no armor? Interesting that I've got 3 Umbras on here. Armor affects the globe. Yeah, I remember that. Need 250 for complete strip. But if I cast this twice, does it strip, is what I'm asking. Because I don't think it does, right? It'll do 70% and then 70% of 30%. So you'll need multiple casts. Yeah. I'd say Octavia is the best in the game, but I don't even have her. I mean, yeah, maybe. From a practical sense, she can probably do everything. But she is not a frame that I would ever choose over Nova. If I could only have 1 frame. Is there any new skins for this guy, I wonder? Kind of a little sharp. I forgot about this skin. For that neck. Octavia's not very engaging, I agree. Like, she is objectively very powerful, but she is also very boring. So I guess I have to go and do the Nidus farm, right? I forgot what that mode's called. But it's infested, so I don't really need strip. I'm just going to take crowd control for that. Not sure why I've got that in there. Guess we'll run with it. Don't really know what that has innate. really been wanting to use this damn Colossus to chop some people. So let's actually do that. What's your opinion on Pradia? I think she's very good. What's her 1? Not what her 1 is. I don't think her 1's that great, actually. I think her 2 and her 3 are good. I think her 4 is bad. And I think her 1 is meh. But her 2 and her 3 are very good. Like, very good. So, take that how you will. I've got Helmuth eating her right now because I want to be able to put a dispensary on other frames. Appearance. Barry's here? Yeah, I already saw him. The 1 is good for survivability. Yeah, I don't really find that I notice it very much. I don't feel much more survivable with it active, so I don't value it very much. I use her a lot in Railjack, so I'm farming level 100 fissures. And I feel equally survivable with and without her 1, so I don't find it to be very good.
We're here to recover their extensive supplies. Find the consoles that contain the shipping manifests. There's pox everywhere on these consoles, and it's stuck with the manifests. Do you see any reports of units
I don't actually remember how this works. Probably would have, if I have to kill. I think I do have to kill, don't I? Right, I need 3 of them to activate. I'm activating these. Alright, so instead of a crowd control frame, I should have brought a DPS frame. The armor doesn't really matter, does it? What is this? Right, that's for my own armor. This doesn't actually work how I remembered it. Not sure if it really matters though, it's just unlimited time until I get it done.
I've reconstructed half the manifest.
Seems to be fine.
I've almost finished reconstructing the manifest.
Is that really it?
Success. Do you want to attempt to reconstruct another?
Isn't too bad. Frost and Tonkor, is this 2016? I really like the Tonkor. Very nostalgic. Usually leave a bunch of them on the floor. I don't know, I just haven't found it that useful. Lava with Protea turret scales hard. Yeah, I can see the promise there. You get anything? No. No blueprint at all, really. Bubbles are going to be weak because you have armor stripped? Right. Oh, that's relevant. I was really only doing it to freeze them. The things where you feed the anti-serum can be destroyed. I don't remember that being a thing. Take your word for it, though. I'm not actually farming it, I just had to complete it for the node. Now I think there's one left. 2 left. What's the other one, I wonder? Oh, it's the Void. Void Defense. How to do that quickly. Stonecore still use sniper ammo? It does, I believe. So I definitely want to play some Frost, but I'm not thinking he's the best for this. Take Grendel. Sort of been using him for a lot of defense. This tile is not very good for any kind of DPS frame. Maybe Protea. I've been talking about her a lot. Sure. Just general. So for Railjack, I run Adaption and Flow, usually. I've been trying Brief Respite. I don't really think it's that great, though. I haven't bitch slapped anyone with this thing. Happened to me once when I did a 2-hour arbitration salvage for an ephemera. 2 of them were destroyed, making the progress slower. Interesting. Well, if they managed to do that in that run, I would have been quite surprised. So the other galvanized mod here is the crit, yeah. I'm not sure if I've got... I think her 4 is something else. You know, I could throw Gloom on her. It's an interesting thought. We'll try that. Lifesteal is always welcome. Any grouping ability on F4? Yeah, well, I don't think I have any grouping ability at the moment. I need to get Nidus in there.
Yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
Probably still end up throwing down a healer. Not for me, but for the objective. Not sure how efficient they'll be here. Only one way to know. Is it 3 or 4 that you can place? 4, I think. Which is actually pretty good for this. Show the colours on Frost. I will do after this. Want to play some more of them anyway. Zephyr's airburst can group enemies on hold. I don't really believe in that ability very much. I find when I'm playing Protea, I always forget to use my weapons. I just want to watch the turrets do everything. No. I do think this melee is pretty solid. Kind of want to have a heavy survive so I can wail on him for a little while. So what do you mean when you say multicast? You'd do this and just throw them everywhere? That one I'm talking about? And as soon as you get hit, you just run onto another one? The problem is they expire after your duration, right? So they're only there for another 20 seconds. I've just noticed the reload speed on this is buffed because of Merciless, and it is noticeably better. It actually feels way better to use because of that. Not sure what I slammed in midair there, but sure. I haven't really noticed any heavies showing up. Kind of want to tell this guy to go away. And run off. Ooh, Acolyte. He's primed fast hands on Tonkor back in the days. I think I did too. Torment. Shit on. I actually really like Gloom on her. I feel like it's a super solid combo because her dispenser is just so good. Yeah, we got gunners galore actually. You really want a little bit more attack speed, I have to say. I don't like what they did to Berserker. Makes me sad.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more.
But that went well. Pretty easy. A lot of people seem to completely dismiss reload mods in favor of damage, but the way I see it, if I spent 3 seconds reloading, that's 3 seconds I won't do damage. Yeah, for sure. It's also just about how the weapon feels. Like, having that reload makes it feel so much more dynamic and enjoyable. I find if a weapon feels really dynamic and enjoyable, then I will play more actively. So I'll be jumping around, be more movement oriented, which makes me more efficient. So sort of a positive feedback loop. That's my colors at the moment. Smoke. I think these are all in smoke, aren't they? Maybe not this one. Interesting that that's from Tenno. Would have thought it would have been from Orican. Blue from Classic. Both. Pretty basic fashion. I think I've had this ever since I first got him. So I don't think I can use Frost for what I have to do now, because I have to do the Ropalist. I think that's the last node. Fashion segment, we did like 30 minutes, I think last week, just going through all the frames and their fashion. I don't know what would be good for Ropalist. I'm gonna wiki him. Ropalist. Haven't done it yet. I used Loki. Any stealth frame? Why stealth? No, I went through all the skins. There's nothing better than the one I've got. So 60% damage reduction, radiation. I don't think I overstripped him, so we'll go radiation. Just so he'll leave you alone while you do the stuff. Wisp is best. Wisp makes a lot of sense. I think I've still got my invigoration on her too, so why not? I just don't remember the fight. Like, I know I have to jump out and get him to shoot the things, I have to get on top of him. I'm pretty sure I have to break his, like, sentient shoulder pads, right? Because I used to speedrun it, but I don't remember what weapon I used to do that. Oh, it would have been the catch moon that I was breaking it with. I don't know if that's still good. It drops Wisp, that's cheating. Strip shields, yeah. Yeah, I don't have a weapon that is my go-to heavy hitter for single targets anymore. It feels weird. I was tempted to take the Trumner. Not for its alt fire, just for the automatic. Press the button when you break it, yeah. I remember there being a lot of weird ability prevention here. Oh, and Contagion. Interesting. Standard Rubico? Guess we'll try it because it makes the most sense in my head. Any locks abilities when you operator? Well, you didn't used to be able to teleport with Nova. Like, we used to have to do some, like, crazy precise stuff to be able to speedrun it at all because it would always cancel Operator, it would always cancel Nova. Like a nightmare. Where is it? Europa? Jupiter. That would make sense. Not sure how I feel about this, but we'll find out. Vectus Redeemer Stropher. I keep forgetting about the Stropher.
Our history is smoke.
Forgot about the Lotus too.
Blurred by dreams, guided by ghosts. A voice, a void, lurks inside you. Its purpose not yet shown. But what am I? My father was a farmer. My mother, a hunter. Given the light by the golden months to build a better world. In this journey of crime began to change their light. Creativity, pride, a will to live. So the golden earth came, and after, I was born. A mimic, a spy,
Zoom in, yep.
conceived to burrow into nests and swallow.
Maybe got a long range amp. I do not. I have a short range amp.
But when I saw your tender
Shit.
faces, I took mercy. Or so you were told.
I basically have the Ignis and a grenade launcher.
This belly. My light renewed. I became a
So do I do this first? Oh right, you gotta strip with the Operator. That's what you're saying.
family. My people. History. But now I am saved.
Is there any way to buff the Operator damage? I don't think there is, right?
Steel.
I may have to go and swap. Go to the generators and use them for line of sight. Definitely gotta go and swap our amp here. Does the Volt Shield still buff Operator damage? Right. Well, then it probably makes sense to take him, doesn't it? Damage Blessing from Relay? Oh, I'm not going to bother with that. What's the best ranged amp these days? I don't even remember what they are. It was the Operator type. That was pretty. The Octa-Core type, rather. It was the Grenade Burst. 177. Well, I won't have that built. We've got 777. What's up, Fritz? Good chance and add electrical. Am I using the... Use the 1, 2, 3, so I'm using the primary fire, is what you're saying? Should work fine. Fury? What's the other one? Strike? Crit damage or status damage? Two, 2, 3. The Raplac Prism. Isn't Raplac like an automatic one though? Is that what I'm using? Yeah. I feel like this is like a Bratton, basically. No, we'll take it and try it. I feel like the optical one is probably going to be the best, no? So Yunari doubles it, and Madurai. Yeah, so we used to use Madurai, and I think 222 probably. I don't know what the optical one's called. I guess we'll try Yunari. I feel like the 1, 2, 3, the 1 is not that great for damage. Me neither? How did I farm it? I farmed it all on Adaro. What is the name of the opticore type? Or what is the number, at least? I don't have to look it up. Did you do loads of Eidolons? I think I've captured like 130 Terralists. And then obviously far less of the other two. 3 amp? What does that mean? 3 secondary, 3 primary. No, it would have been Ivara. Oh, there was probably a lot of Equinox as well. Charged beam Pencha scaffold. So it's the 1 secondary. So 213, that's crit. Try that. Yep. What platform? PC. I haven't played Vault since returning. So I guess you just want max duration. Strength doesn't matter, right? I don't think that'll matter either. It's funny seeing that. Just take it as is, see what happens. The skill you'll use is what makes it work. Well, I've just got Inaru at the moment. Shock Trooper and Vigorous swap? That doesn't work on the operator though, does it? Can't wait till platform will not matter. Yeah, that's a welcome addition for sure. 1600 meters. I do remember the distance being a big part in... I think we would stop and reset... Oh, I'm gonna get fucked here. We'd stop and reset if it was anything over 1200, I think. Oh, way. Gotta re-remember all the tiles. Maybe for taking out the limbs, Synovas. I feel like the operator is the only thing I'm worried about at the moment. So, if you have Materite, you can start charging before you get on the elevator, and through this whole animation, you're still charging Void Strike. So that used to work. I don't see why it wouldn't anymore. Oh. I wanted to go and smack him. Knowing that he kicks you out straight away. Yeah. Just re-remembering how everything works here. Yeah, I always hated how this Cancellation works. It's always kicking you out of operator. Is that one way, or can he just shoot through these shields? Because he can just shoot through them. Interesting that I can shoot him while my operator's in the falling over animation. I don't remember if I... Do I go and take him over here now? Check. I don't think I can damage him yet, right? Yeah, and you can't fly across here. Remember that being a problem. Holy shit, that tracking is way better than I remember it. Now ride? But I had to... Is that already charged, is it? Okay. Now we get a bunch of spawns, right? Can't bring my own cool guy. Not being able to dash whenever I want is so fucking annoying. Alright, we gotta use this. May have done it too slow. So what does that mean? Just regenerates the Nova. Problem with this, I guess they're amalgam, I don't know how. Maybe super tanky because of that. It's the problem with galvanized mods though, you don't really have a powerful weapon. I guess because I got trash mobs, I get wisps a bit easier. Yeah, I really remember hating this fight. being like constantly kicked between warframe and operator. It just feels so awful. So I think really I just need to bring a frame that can survive. Because I'm gonna lose because my frame dies. And just grind him down with the ult. Jesus Christ. Do the shield stripping near the generators? You can use them all to line of sight. Okay, I'll try that. Sub walls. I don't have anyone in my clan. So who would I prefer? I mean, I guess we'll try Wisp again. Probably the most unfun node of all. I think it's the most unfun node of the entire game. I would go that far. Just because it constantly kicks you between operator and frame and constantly limits abilities and stuff. I think I only was speedrunning it out of spite and competitiveness with Winchu. Always hated it. No. Oh. Wow, saved that. Wait. Where the hell am I going here? Energy restore not ready, yeah, in Steel Path. Got a timer. They built themselves into a corner. I agree.
My light remade by the creators. I became a memory, a ghost.
Let's get some energy before we go in there. Shut the Lotus up. Had no idea. It's not really a problem. So I guess we'll just try it, see what happens. Wings in the background. So you reckon we want to be over near the reactor? Sure. Good job, game. Can you crouch through this? Yes. How is the Jordas Golem fight? It took me like 15 seconds to kill him or something with a maxed out Velocitus. So pretty easy, I would say. Yeah, level 80, I think. They add 50 levels, so they can still be level 80. This is the first time I've had to do much as the operator. The wings certainly get in the way. Don't trust it. No. Okay. Don't use the wings on frames where I'm using guns, can't see anything. Yeah, I ran on Avara for a little while, but I think I got away with it because she was invisible most of the time. Spectralist? Have they always been called that? I don't remember that being a thing. Jesus Christ. Couldn't save my frame, because of course. Why would they allow that? Wait. I cycled it, didn't I? Yeah. Is that the infested one where you get speed? Yes it is, but I didn't have it active, so I don't know why I was so fast right then. I also have an infusion that gives me 200% strength and 75% sprint speed. So I think it may have been because I was sprinting on the rail thing there. Cable. This isn't so bad. Pretty basic, pretty foolproof. A little slow though. It's like a lot of fun, it is, yeah. Take that, you take the Telos Boltes, you take Arcane Consequence, and you're gonna jump around the planes. Ridiculous. Not bad, just takes forever. Yep. Lucky you don't have an enrage timer? What do you mean by enrage? Finally a raid boss? Grilling. Specific amount of time the boss's damage goes to infinity. I think I would be okay with that, and I'd be much more annoyed if they just got a crazy regen. And the fact that the fight takes forever make it pretty bad. I mean, yeah, but certainly not as annoying as my last attempt. This prick running away like that is quite annoying though. I don't have unlimited range. That was just completely de-aggroed. Fucking stupid. Huh. Not really ideal being down here, but... I forgot I could just teleport between... with my 3. That's interesting because you can't portal across this. And you can't dash across it, but you can teleport across it. Let's try sprinting on this. Yeah. Of course I can't save it. So if I'm sprinting on that and then I jump, it just gives me insane forward velocity. It's kind of crazy. Use decoy to teleport? Well, I can teleport with my 3 to the already placed, I forget what they're called. What's my one called? The reservoirs, yeah. Come back, you annoying prick. This is always a problem in the speedruns too. If he goes back like that, you can't take him down, and it's always so time consuming to go back and forth. If he ever did that, it would be the end of a run. It happened a lot because the AI on this node is buggy AF. Yeah, Madarai would have been the better option here. Because you're crouching through his attacks anyway. Pretty... Excuse me. Pretty difficult to make use of your melee attack. Decoy to teleport and to mount? That seems more awkward than it needs to be, right? Glad there's no time limit on this. I think I had to shoot it a whole bunch first, didn't I? I remember this. Actually, I do remember this, but I don't remember how to get out of it. Did I really just run out of ammo? And we go. So I'm not jumping off, I'm getting kicked off. Cool. Good job. Just grabs me, holds me, does nothing with me. Is he healing? No. This health regen is pretty nice, yeah. Main reason I thought she'd be good. My crazy power strength at the moment. It's obviously very good. The amalgam mobs are healing him. So they keep respawning? Sentient. It seemed like from the damage ticks I'm doing that he should be way lower, so I'm way over there. Damn, I just got lit up. I think the sentient spinning is the culprit there. Also, I have not a very good melee. So I have to wait for my ammo pad. 20 seconds before I can hurt him anymore. Go to operator when you get caught. Try it. Can't. Mashing every single button that does anything. Oh. Okay, it worked then. I'm gonna fucking kill myself, man. Holy shit. This is by far the worst experience I've had coming back to the game. Just so many annoying little mechanics. Oh my god, is it all necessary, all on the one node?
So it is. So you have done. Time and again. My history. So you yours, child.
Jesus. I'm glad I don't need to farm another wisp. No, I've already put one in there. So wisp is the best. I think she did pretty well. I'm glad I didn't try and grind through it on Volt or anyone else. 82,000 healing. What a nightmare. Is that all of Steel Path done? 233, 233. We can cross that off the list. Wow, yeah, that's certainly something else. No, I'm the type that really enjoys any kind of challenge. If it's difficult for, like, I guess if it's difficult in a well-designed way, right? Because that is difficult in a very poorly designed way. It's just difficult because all the mechanics are shit. Everything is awful against, you know, they all... How do I even describe it? Like, there's 20 awful mechanics and they all feed into each other and make each other worse. It's just gross. That is over. I think that's the only thing so far I haven't enjoyed. That's how D adds difficulty? They remove your progression to make the fights more difficult. Most of the time I don't even mind having no abilities or, you know, not being able to use operator, no mods. You know, I'm fine with all of that. But doing it all at once and then just having like arbitrary... Having it come in arbitrary, like it'll sometimes kick you out of your operator, sometimes prevent ability use. Just having it all be so inconsistent, just... I don't know who designed that, but get him out of here. The game has so much time-consuming grind missions like that needs good rewards. I don't think there's a single reward you could give me that would make that fight worth doing again. It's just because of how poorly designed it all is, how bad the flow is. Like, if you could just use abilities everywhere and you didn't get kicked out, it would probably be fine. If you didn't get forced between them randomly. Wisp Prime? Keeper. You know, I would still farm her because I'm a... Is it masochist or sadist? Both, I guess. But I would hate it and I would bitch the whole time. What am I doing here? Sister? I've only got 15 minutes left. Is there anything I can do that's quick? Not really. I guess I can do these incursions. Sure, we'll do some incursions. I think I only really want... I mean, I guess if the Umbral form is coming back around, probably good. I don't know if I'll still have stuff to do in 8 weeks, though. Certainly worried about that. Been back 5 weeks, and I feel like there's not much left. Farmed up all your Tenet weapons? No, I still gotta do them. But I feel like if I dedicate to the grind, I could do, I think, a Sister and a Lich every day. Like one of each. So if I need, I think... I don't know why the hell I'm extra fast at the moment. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So I could do a Sister or a Lich every day on stream, no problem, in my 3-hour window. Potentially 2 sisters because they're so much quicker. And I think I only need maybe 10 or 12 more weapons. So, yeah, let's say 3 weeks total to get through it all. Probably less. Incident Archive speedruns?
As you conquer the foe, so you
I don't remember what the requirement was on my glyph challenge. I know I did that one. I don't think I could go much faster than that. Yeah, I don't remember the speed. I'm actually curious. Still have a link for that. Incident Archive in less than 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And the speed run's like sub 2. The world record is sub 2, rather. I'm kind of interested to try Prophet Taker speedrun again, try the Terrorist speedrun again. I feel like I won't optimize the Terrorist though because it makes me nauseous. So I probably won't spend a lot of time working on that. It's kind of weird which movement abilities that cancels. Thing is certainly not helping.
A coolant cell has been extracted. Coolant cells in place. Destroy them. Reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
Yeah, apart from that, Prophet Taker. I still have the world record for Exploiter, so I don't feel the need to go back to that. Someone has tied me. I'm kind of interested to compare frames to see who really was quicker. May do that at some point. Even if he beats me, I don't think I would go back. Prophet Taker. I do want to try speedrunning the highest level Railjack node. Done a bit of theory crafting with it. It could be pretty fun. I don't think it would take super long to optimize either. Something about this very specific level of ping that I have is making everything feel so off-kilter. This guy just got carried through that whole thing. AFK at spawn. Maybe not the best place to take cover. Not that he's worked it out yet. Maybe he won't. This guy's hunting. Did I really just get my timer reset? Operator resets? I did not know that. Doing the operator dash into the ground is such a force of habit now. I do it without even thinking about it all the time. We're out.
So we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
Yeah, so on my list, I guess I can show you too. So we've got to subsume all the frames, we've got to get everything from Samaris. You know, we're doing Nightwave. Perfect Railjack crew isn't like really necessary, it's not a goal, it's just something I check every day to get. Turn up melee weapons with the proper elements, Lich and Sister. There's a few things from Arbitrations I think I still need. I may have gotten those off stream now that I think about it. We've got the Mold to build, there's a few more pets to build. Like the Predicites down here. One more Wolfenfiler. Speaking of, I may be able to polarize the one I've got. Nautilus comes from Railjack somewhere. Still a few Azores to make, and then a bunch of Mastery to do. I think I've done a couple of these that I haven't taken off yet. But we obviously have to farm everything. We have to farm all these frames again. The Helminth. Got 30 Rivens to open, maybe, something like that. Polarize everything. This will get done before the rest of it does. Syndicate offerings probably get done pretty quick. There's a bunch of augments and stuff I don't have. Profile challenges. Orbiter decorations is like a secondary thing. I can just go and get all the floofs and get everything from everywhere. Speedruns already talked about. Going back to do my glyph challenges, which we may or may not do. I don't know what else there is after all of that. And I feel like most of these are like, I'm already a long way through them. It's not going to take long to start checking things off the list. I want to look at the profile challenges real quick. I don't think these were very big either. 2 caves in the Valis I haven't done. K-Drive races. 1,000 meters on a K-Drive. Probably not going to do that on the stream. Or that. Stolen Dargan. 6 bounties within 60 minutes. Pretty easy. Velocipods are the flying things on Deimos, I think. Yeah. Shouldn't be too hard. And then I guess True Master is MR30. Yeah, rank 26, so I can't quite level it. Looks like I've got time to do this and then I'll probably call it. I bound jump to scroll wheel to make those void dashes that little bit easier / faster. I mean, I guess it would take way too much for me to train my muscle memory to make that more efficient than just doing it the way I'm doing it currently.
To truly master the canvas of war.
I'm going to be rushing through this tile.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you. Here is a terminal. Get in. Get in. I need access to a terminal. Find one.
I didn't use this melee weapon yet, I just realized. I mean, it seems to be doing pretty well, I have to say. I haven't done a crowd control build on this guy yet. Talking about doing that yesterday. Never actually did. It was pretty well just like this though.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
I'm curious to see this weapon with full mods on it for sure. Put that bomb there.
We are finished here. Dream on. Terminal spotted. Upload and prepare for landing.
Probably won't be so good on this tile because it's so big. Out of the way. It would be better if I lock down the spawns, but I don't want the affinity anyway. I'll just throw a healer down there if I have to. Look at the minimap, crazy. Alright, let's throw a healer. The turret's gone nuts everywhere. Have you tried the Cast Prime? No, not yet. I think I'm still 1 or 2 parts off being able to build it. The more I play Gorse, the more I like him. He's damn powerful. Here's my alarm.
But we did it. Mission complete.
We're here. I don't know if I could do anything to make his build better. I feel like I would have done a pretty good job of testing back before polarizing him. So I'm sure it's pretty close to optimized, but I'm not sure if the changes have made it that I could... The changes in the time that I've gone, you know, it may be worth swapping some stuff around. Strong dagger, second maybe to Bala. Bala is pretty good. I haven't used that since coming back, but I really did like it when I first made it. Nothing to do there. So I still don't have the handle for that. I don't know if I've done enough prime, enough fissures to be bothered scrolling back through this. I think I did it yesterday. I get most of my prime parts from just leveling in fissures. I didn't really do any since my last stream. Very minimal, anyway. Damn, that's a lot of wolf sledge parts. Most underrated warframe? I think mag is underrated. Most underrated warframe. First one that jumps out to me is Grendel. I feel like you never see people using him, but he is actually crazy powerful. I've been using him a lot lately. I don't know how well known Gorse is for his power. I guess people know his 3 is really good. But there are a lot of frames that aren't used heaps like Atlas that I think the player base has a general knowledge of his power level, which I could say for most frames like Gara and Frost and stuff, even though they're not like in the meta at the moment, but I feel like Grendel is lesser well known. Grendel for sure, lots of people love Mag. I feel like Mag, yeah, I do think Mag is pretty well known, similar to Atlas, with her 1 being super useful in a lot of cases, her 3, people love her 2. So I think she's probably well known enough. Obviously everyone loves Nova. I think Oberon is slept on a bit. Maybe he's a bit buggy at the moment, so, you know, take it or leave it, but I've always thought he was better than the community did. I don't really know the community opinion of Sevagoth at the moment, but I think he's quite good. Vauban, I would say. I think if I had to pick 2, it would be Vauban and Grendel. I think Grendel probably more than Vauban because people are aware of his crowd control ability. Vauban's, that is. But his armor strip and damage output is actually pretty crazy too. What about overrated? Chroma? Chroma jumps out. I think my brain sort of goes towards Korra a bit, but I think the community, like, she is very good and I think the community is aware of it, so it's like more in the limelight. But I think that's still reasonable the same way Mags is. So, not Korra. Chroma jumps out. Inaris, just because nobody uses his abilities and they just build him for tank. I think his kit is actually quite solid. I don't know if I'd call him overrated though. I actually think Saren at the moment. I don't find her to be that good in Steel Path, but people still sing her praises like crazy. There's a lot of hype around Titania. I haven't played her enough to judge if that's accurate or not, though. I think people think Zaku's a bit better than he is, but not to the degree of the other 2. I think Chroma would be my number 1 pick. Like, he is great, but I do think he's overrated based on how the community treats him. So overrated and underrated. Wukong overrated? Mesa is overrated? Well, Mesa's very good at what she does. Like, people use her properly. 3 of her abilities are solid. I think Wukong's pretty solid. I don't know if he's overrated. Maybe his clone is overrated. People talk about how godly it is all the time. I think as a frame, he's pretty well put together. His 4's a bit these days. I think people know that. I think maybe there are some fanboys for his 1. but not really for the frame overall, I don't think. I think Inaris is great. It's just a shame that he's used the way he is. I really like all of his abilities. But they become pretty unnecessary. Like, he's really good at crowd control, but that becomes unnecessary when he's twice as good at tanking. It's like, as a solo player, it's less handy than you would think. And the worst frame at the moment I would put as Lavos. I really don't like this guy. I don't find him to be good at all. His 1's great, his other abilities are crap. His 4's only good if you've got the Cedo, which says more about the Cedo than Lavos. That's where I am with the frames at the moment, I would say. Pretty big fan of... I think everyone is pretty well balanced. I think every frame does have a place. There's some nerfs that I don't agree with in my time away. But I think you can use pretty much everyone, everywhere. And do just fine. I have heard Ureli is very bad. We'll see when I actually get her. If I ever do the K-Drive quest. One down. Anyway, my time's up for today. I'll be back same time tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you then.